G808,
I'm DJ DJ.
and this is the Atomsplit Rockin' and Drawing podcast. And today we're talking about.
It's our quarantine episode number 2.5. Number 2 didn't really get recorded properly. So it's really 2. We're talking about musical issues related that have reflected from everyone being trapped. Last week we talked about, it didn't get recorded properly, about playlists and how those have changed since the quarantine began. And you said you had something to say that you forgot to say last week, but no one can hear what we said anyway. So
well, we gotta like, you gotta tell them like how they changed. We gotta say how they changed first, and the way they changed is like more R&B and pop are down.
Right.
Rock is up. Country is up. And baby music and chill out recordings are
right.
up.
And go ahead.
So, I mean, what that tells me is more people like rock than are being recorded on the the streaming what are they recording? You know, the stats.
Yeah.
What are the stats called? Like Billboard.
Yeah, I guess.
Plays, whatever. The
Spins.
This playing stats don't reflect like what's going on now. So I think that like hip hop and pop, have a huge. Of course, they have a huge following and all. People, when it comes down to it, when they're not, having a party or out somewhere at a restaurant or something, like to play the old favorites.
Yep.
The old rock favorites, and especially I think now, like the rock favorites that their parents might have played, that they find comforting.
Right.
So
what I did with your animation?
Yeah, you cut out the that was funny how I updated Clip Studio, like in one day it looked one way and then another day it looked another way.
Huh. Oh, did I cut that out?
Yeah.
We should just say that we launched a new music video with an animation of Sweet Solitude of Bobby Vandertramp that's now available for viewing.
Oh, yeah.
And so when you sent me the clips, I started working on it, and I didn't realize that I had the wrong size. So I was already cropped into the drawing, and I didn't see the interface of your program.
Oh, okay.
So I did the whole thing, and then I was like, shoot, this isn't HD size. And then I changed it to HD, and it all shrunk down, and I saw everything else. I was like, oh man. It's like, I don't want to redo this. And it looked really cool, just showing the close-ups.
Yeah.
So I went back, I had to go back through and enlarge all the clips to 300%, whatever it was. So that's how that happened. So that's why you don't see the change in the software. But yeah, that's the story.
Well, you should do it like that from now on and just not show the software.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, or maybe just a little bit, just so you know, like I did. That's what's happening. But It depends on what it is. But yeah, so yeah, I thought it turned out great.
Yeah, I thought it turned out awesome.
So let's do some more.
I was like, man, I hope this, because I did like sometimes it was like a long video and sometimes it was short and.
No, it was fine. I mean, I didn't realize. It made me realize how much time you really spend on this stuff. So it's like, dang, man. When I looked at the total length of all the clips. All right, so yeah. Sweet Solitude quarantine video is available now.
Yeah, go watch it. It's awesome. And you
really
probably
awesome.
don't have anything better to do because you're in your house still. Unless you're in Georgia or
maybe Texas soon.
maybe
I don't know.
Texas.
All right, so playlists.
Yeah, playlists have changed. The listening habits of people have changed according to Spotify.
And then the other thing that I remember talking about was how the playlists in the grocery stores have changed.
Yeah.
To cut out songs like Staying Alive and what was the other big one? I forget what it was. I Will Survive.
Yeah, I Will Survive.
So they're relaxing you while you're wearing your mask and your gloves grocery shopping, which is fine by me because I'm not listening to the music when I'm doing that. So
I do sometimes if it's like a song I know.
Well, normally, but I'm more worried about dodging people nowadays. So
yeah, you really can't escape people. I mean, you go down to the store and it's like half the people have on masks and stuff and the other people don't, and it's like, why even bother worrying about it? Because nobody's gonna not 100% of the people are gonna work together to stop it.
Well, I mean, some people were, I don't know if they did it where you are, but like the lanes, they remade them go one way in the grocery store.
Yeah.
And certain people were not obeying that. And you're supposed to go by yourself. You're not supposed to bring your kids and all that. And there was family. I was just like, you got to be kidding me, man. And some ladies were like, it's supposed to be social distancing. And it's like, get me out of here. But it was fun.
Yeah, they need to hire people.
Yeah.
To
they need to hire hall monitors.
Bouncers, yeah.
Yeah, bouncers, yeah.
Because I would totally, like, if I ran a store, I would get rid of people without masks.
I seriously thought to myself, if I see a manager, I'm going to tell that group of 3 people that are not supposed to be going the wrong way and stopping everywhere and going across 2 feet from people. But anyways, I digress. All right. So here we are. We're nearing the end of this, maybe. Meanwhile,
you're in Georgia. How's the reopening?
I haven't been to any places other than my solo office where there's nobody at, so no worries.
I mean, you've been around town. You've seen people go to restaurants and stuff.
But I haven't really been to any. I mean, I've been tempted to, but I think I'm going to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Smart
people do.
I mean, I've got to take out early on, but going in and sitting down, I'll probably wait like 2 weeks at least.
So you haven't gotten any takeouts or restaurants or anything?
Not since the very first week when I got Chinese.
Wow.
No, I've been I've gone to Publix and that's it, and got Whole Foods delivered. So, yes, I'm a chef. I've become much of a chef here for my neighbors.
For your neighbors?
Well, my neighbor, yes. I'm helping him. I'm making food for him because he's in the danger age group.
Oh, okay.
Pre-existing conditions, so he can't get out at all. So
good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so you're helping out, and people are helping out, but most, only half of the people. So it's only gonna get over with twice as slow as, or half as slow as it could have.
Yeah, when you combine that, yeah.
Yeah. So playlists have changed. Have your playlists changed? Are you listening to anything different?
I'm listening to more vinyl, but that's something I got onto right before this started because I went to the Atlanta record show the weekend before this all kicked in. So
Right.
not really.
But the vinyl that you're listening to is something that you would have listened to regardless.
Well, no, I mean it's old retro stuff that makes me feel good from my past. That's warm and comforting. So Hall and Oates and old Devo and stuff, Sade.
So you are kind of listening to older, different stuff than you would usually listen to.
Normally, yeah, I would say so. But the biggest thing for me, has been getting together with my brother and my nephew to play music live here. So because we were all stuck, we all got together and set up electronic drums in my living room and all my amps and guitars and keyboards, and we've been jamming out. It's been awesome. So
your brother's been coming over to your house.
Correct. I mean, just to clarify, we live just 2 blocks apart. So
yeah.
And we waited 2 weeks to make sure we were infected.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, man. I got a nice rehearsal hall going in my living room now, like the old days, and that's part of what we were going to talk about second, was how it's kind of bringing everybody together to make music again, artists and whatnot in seclusion. So my father had a milestone birthday 2 weeks ago, and we couldn't be there. He lives in Florida, so what we did is learn two of his songs that he wrote and recorded back in the 60s and made a 7-inch vinyl of, and my brother and my nephew and I played them on his birthday, which was Sunday before last, live on video in my living room for him, and it was awesome, and he thought it was, the best birthday present ever. So
yeah,
that was a cool thing that may not have happened if we hadn't been secluded, So I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
Now,
So you live streamed.
We FaceTimed, yeah. And he didn't know. We surprised him. We rehearsed it for a week or two, or actually a day or two. And he played keyboards back in the 60s, and my nephew plays keyboards, so he figured out the keyboard parts, and I sang and played bass, and my brother played the drums. We didn't record it, unfortunately. It was just on FaceTime, but it was pretty fun. So it was a great bonding experience, and it was a super gift for my dad's, big birthday. So I think a lot of people probably did something similar to that,
Now see, if we didn't have a coronavirus going on, you probably would have went down to Florida and got your dad a gift card to Red Lobster.
Well, maybe not that, but yeah, I would have got him like a Tommy Bahama shirt or something. Yeah. But yeah.
So
yeah, man.
So in some ways, I mean, it's not everything is bad. Not everything is all bad.
Right.
Nothing.
Right. So that was a good result of the last month, was connecting with my local family and giving my remote family a heck of a good birthday.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And so I've seen I've seen a lot of media about, musicians performing and stuff, and then also a big increase in musical gear sales and stuff like that.
Right. Now that let's not jump ahead too fast, but when this first started, we saw in Italy that people would go out on their balconies and play songs to each other and with each other. Well, not when it first started, but when it started in Italy.
Right.
Or when it's started on the western side of the world. And it turns out that there's nothing new to that because
Oh yeah, you're right.
Because in 1576 they did the exact same thing. Because all of the churches were closed, all of the shops were closed, and they didn't have Amazon. So if you didn't have what if you didn't have your basic stuff, you'd be messed up.
Right.
But besides that, they still all went out on their balconies and sang songs and played music. And
The Who's did that on Christmas morning when they got stolen by the Grinch too.
Yeah. You could consider that like
Kind of the same.
Disaster, a sort of disaster. And
So what I forgot about that, and one of the things that I wrote down last week was Henry VIII taking his organist.
Yeah, one of his 5 people
in his quarantine during I think it was the Black Plague.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, that's like taking your record collection, your iPod or record collection with you, knowing, which you're right. I mean, that's a human condition that spans hundreds, probably thousands of years.
Yeah, and it's not like those people in Italy were like, hey, they did this in 1576. Let's do it now. They probably hadn't,
Yeah.
They did not enter into their heads when they were out on their balconies, just like, what are we gonna do? Oh, let's play some music.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way it was here. It's like, hey, you want to jam? I was like, and then it hits me. Let's learn Dad's songs. So yeah.
So, and like you mentioned during the plague, the Black Plague, they had parades of musicians to come through towns and play, which is probably like the bravest job you could have besides doctor at that time.
Right. Which also brings to mind Titanic. When the ship's going down and the band's still playing, like, and they're
yeah.
There's a whole big story here. There's a whole research paper. It's a whole dissertation on music during crisis times.
Yeah.
We're on to here.
We could do that, but that's not the scope of this podcast.
No.
And it turns out that they also did similar things in ancient Greek times.
Yeah.
Whenever there was a plague, they would have like the local philosopher come out and play music to calm people down.
Yeah.
So in a way, like, those people who are getting the chill out music playlists on Spotify are doing
they're
that.
Kind of the new version of that, right?
Yeah, they're a new version of that.
Yeah, excellent.
So it's nothing new, but it's
a human underlying trait.
Right. It's nothing new, but
it's unusual.
It's not gonna relate. Not every 100 years it's gonna relate that somebody is gonna say, oh, they did this back then, so we should do it now. And so you went on to say that still over this time period of the now global pandemic, because it's on every continent, music equipment sales are through the roof.
From online sales.
Yeah, right, because you can't go into a store.
Right. And I completely understand that. I myself came this close to buying a bunch of stuff, but I wasn't sure I'd be able to pay for it, so I didn't do it. But yeah, I mean, I was looking at pedals and new guitars and amps because I knew my family, they were coming over. I was like, man, I really want a digital delay pedal for $150. And, so I can understand. Yeah, it's a perfect time.
And it's not just that, you wanted it because your family was coming over, but somebody who, wasn't around their family wanted it just to, for entertainment purposes.
Right, to explore their creativity and musical boundaries.
Because there's lots of online...
bunch of lessons. Yeah. All the lessons became free from Fender, and a bunch. I think Apple was giving away Logic for 90 days. I should still download that.
Yeah. That was one thing they said was the sales of GarageBand. GarageBand was high.
Yeah. So, I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Biggest takeaway. It's kind of like, why isn't it always like that?
Because people have restaurants to go to and bands to see.
And they got to go work.
And they got to go work instead of being the band. But GarageBand acoustic guitars are selling a lot. Ukuleles, recording equipment, and like you said, guitar effects, pedals, and upgrade stuff.
Right.
So, so what this could lead to after all this is over would be a new generation of bands.
Yep. Exactly what I was thinking. That hatched out of this month and a half of, being, what do you call it? Quarantined.
Right. A month and a half so far.
It depends on where you are, I guess.
Well, it depends on also if it comes back after states reopen and nobody wears their masks.
Right. If there's something waiting in the wings that we don't understand about it.
And there's and then the fall, they say. But that's down the road. Anyway, that reminds me of this book I read by this Buddhist monk, and he said, he said, you can't, flowers need poop to grow, basically. So this is a bad situation, but out of a bad situation, we could have a whole bunch of new bands and performers.
What was the name of that book? Do you remember?
The author was Thich Nhat Hanh. I don't remember the name of the book. It could be.
I think I've heard that.
It could be Being Peace, or I don't know.
Yeah. Cool.
One of his books, but it's true. I mean, you need manure to grow plants, so here we are.
Here we are. We got a bunch of manure all over us.
Yep.
All right, well, that is some good stuff. Which brings us to page, I can't even see, 134?
Yeah, 134.
So last week, is this the same one as last week? No.
It's the same one as last week.
With the speakers and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm shifting my weight here. Cool. It's like you should almost be recording this every time you work on something. I don't know how it would fill up your space. But
yeah, it
would.
I mean, yeah, I could do it sometimes, but not every
Yeah,
time.
or like key periods,
Yeah,
maybe. All right.
like page
Uh,
ones.
yeah, right. Yeah, that's awesome. Theater chair back. Not theater chair, but a stadium chair. So last time we played it, So Were You, which we're not playing because we didn't actually get the recording done. But so I think since we're coming you don't think we're coming to the end of this? I thought they were open in your state Monday or something.
Just because they're opening things is gonna make it worse. I think.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well,
I could be wrong, but I think people these
we'll
days,
see, man.
people tend to be like we said. When you go to the grocery store and people don't have their mask on, they're just being selfish.
But
People,
if you do, you're okay.
no, the mask is only to protect them from you.
Yeah.
No, I mean, no,
I bet if they
yeah,
cough 2 aisles over, it would help you.
it might
And
help
they
you, but if everybody had masks on and anybody coughed, then that one person who coughed would not spread it because he had a mask on, or they had a mask on. But
now, granted, these people I'm seeing are, well, they're younger, and they're not, but they could be asymptomatic, I guess. So,
I don't care. I mean, if you want it,
yeah,
if you, I want everybody should want it to end as fast as possible. So the fastest way possible for it to end is for everybody to wear masks and not have it anywhere to propagate. Then wear the
yeah.
mask. I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
Maybe you should take some with you, everyone, and then, like, you see somebody, because maybe they don't have access to them, and say, hey, put this on. But some people I've seen were blatantly did not give a heck about. They were looking at cake and frosting and just they were not obeying any rules. So
Yeah,
going up and down and bump, it's like, oh my god.
yeah.
So, anyways,
And then
all
and
right.
then and then they go to the hospital and put a extra strain on the system, and none of that is necessary.
Right.
Because like people like my mom who've had cancer, they have to go to the hospital because something might have gone wrong. So you have some jackass who went to the store and didn't wear a mask because he didn't want to bother with it, and now he's in the emergency room. And my mom has to go to the emergency room because she has some cancer complications, and he kills somebody.
You don't even know it.
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah. All right. Well, wear masks
Yeah.
for the immediate time being.
It's not hard.
Please. It's not hard. You can get them everywhere now.
You
pretty
make
much.
them. You make them.
You make them.
Get a bandana.
Right. And you can get cool ones with skulls.
That's what I did. I got a 6 set of like skulls and scary faces.
Yeah. So you could be fashion conscious while you're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, every day is Halloween. Make it fun. But, I mean, make it, don't be a jerk. Think of other people.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to play Up to You on Atomsplit soundtrack, original version before the remix. Whoa! Because it's about coming out, crawling into view, breathing anew. It's kind of like hopefully getting over this.
Yeah.
Even though you don't think we're getting over it, but...
Well, I hope so. I mean...
So here we go. 4 minutes. Thanks to YouTube. I just YouTubed Atomsplit Up to You, and it's on there. with your album cover from the teeny bop Atomsplit version. All right, ready?
Yep.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go back. All right, here we go. 4 minutes. So, whoa, what are you drawing there?
I'm just coloring this in.
Okay. There was a lot of behinds on the Sweet Solitude.
Yeah.
Because everybody was turned around.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. But it actually was pretty cool. All right, here we go. I digress.
I'm calling out to you. I'm calling out. I'm crawling into view. I'm crawling out. Wanna breathe anew. Wanna breathe the air. I'm calling out to you. I'm calling out. I'm calling out. I'm calling out. I'm calling out. Need to turn to you. Need to turn to you. Need to see this through. Now I've come to know. Wanna taste anew. Wanna smell anew. Need to turn to you. Need to turn to you. I'm calling out. I'm calling out. I'm calling out. I'm looking up to you. I'm looking up. Need to feel the truth in my bones. I'm looking out to you. I'm looking out. I'm looking up to you. I'm looking up. I'm calling out. I'm calling out. I'm calling out. I'm looking up to you. I'm looking up. 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 I'm looking up to you.
Now, real quick, I won't play the whole thing. Here's how it turned out, remixed.
you think make any more of those remixes?
Remixes, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to do some new. I mean, there's a whole story. I mean, there's supposed to be a new EP last year, and I didn't finish it, but now I got a lot of new stuff happening, so I don't know. But once you get done, I don't know, we got to talk about it, how we can do more of what we just did for that one thing.
All right.
So I think we can come up with a cool release schedule of song with animation of drawing type thing.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about it after the podcast.
Yeah, but before we go, Atomsplit.com has been upgraded, and it is now faster than ever. It has been moved to a fast server, and so your load times are going to be much quicker. It's going to be much easier for us to update it, and it's going to be awesome. It is awesome, so that's why it's updated now. And it'll load fast on your mobile phone, on your internet at home, and all that stuff. So
Good.
I wanted to. It's been a while. I've been a couple weeks since I did. And I keep forgetting to mention that. So we have upgraded the site to super speed. Well, not super speed, but much faster.
So that means if you haven't, or yeah, you haven't read the comment from the beginning, you could just start from the beginning, and it would take very little time to catch up to the present.
Well, other than it's 100 and some pages, but yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, got nothing better to do.
It'll load fast, and you can scrub through them.
Yeah, and you don't have anything better to do unless you're.
That's right. Do it.
Unless you're back to work, which sucks.
No, man, I'm glad to be back.
Well, you might be,
I mean,
but you don't deal with the public.
Right. I deal with the private.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Quarantine number 2.
Yeah.
Up to you. Done.
All right. Well, we'll be talking to you.
All right.
All right.